Okay, so I am going to recreate, or at least I'm going to try to recreate this, oh, also hello. Hello anyone who might be here. I'm going to try to recreate the makeup that Christina Ricci wore in the movie Buffalo 66. I can put a picture on the screen afterwards, but this is, it's not going to show up. It's a baby blue eyeshadow with glitter. It looks like there's glitter on top, which I love, and then a glossy peachy lip. Um, don't know how accurate I'm going to get with that lip because I don't really keep peachy lipsticks. I don't really wear them, but we're going to try it. So, all right, let me put my phone down somewhere. I'm going to keep it in case I need to reference it. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my face. If I can find my primers. I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Impossible primer. It's a pore filling primer. I'm going to put that on first. Just about that much. Just about a pea size. Nothing major. And on top of that, I am going to use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I probably don't need this because I am not really gonna, I'm not like planning to wear this out anywhere. But you know, if you are, it does keep your makeup on, I guess. I can't really say for sure. I'm just gonna use one pump because I don't need that much. Also, if you see me looking down, it's because I have a mirror right here. I do use this Aquaphor stick in places where I crease. Just to try and help keep it from creasing. So it's really big and usually I just swipe it on, but I'm gonna try using my finger today because I worry that like it's not doing its job because it's too much. And I haven't noticed this breaking me out. I don't know that anyone is concerned about that, but people usually seem to be concerned about putting heavy creams like this. So I don't know, I just figured I'd mention it. So I'm going to give those a second to sink into my skin, and I'm going to do my brows while that happens. I am going to use this brow lift by e.l.f. It's the clear gel that kind of like glues your brows down. I basically just take it and run it through back and forth just to get all the brows, all the hairs in it, like soaked in this stuff, covered in it, and then I just sort of glue them down. This is my problem brow, so it's probably going to look like crap. This is my good brow, which is interesting because these are my good lashes, these are my shitty lashes. Does anyone else just kind of like passively raise one eyebrow when you're doing things? I'm always got this one raised. I don't know why. It just always does it. Okay. Try not to be super anal about my brow because I do like them to lay a certain way, but I sometimes just can't get them to do it, you know. They're never even, which I know. Twins, they're not twins, whatever. Cousins, not sisters, whatever the heck the phrase is. But I would still, you know, try to make them look even. This is my first time filming with this setup, so I'm sort of like kind of just feeling things out. I have like multiple, so I've got a mirror right here in front of me, which does have a light on it, and I would like to use it, but when I turn on it, it really blows the colors out. It really makes me look like whitewashed, and I just, you can't see anything. So there's really no point. This ring light I'm using is also like on the lowest setting because another same thing, if I turn it up more, it just washes me out. I have a little mirror, two little mirrors. I'm not sure which one I like using for putting on my makeup yet, so we're just kind of feeling things out at the moment. So if this is a little bit of a wonky setup, that's why. I noticed when I use this stuff, I can't really get product to sit on top very well. Like it always kind of wants to, it doesn't really want to stick. It's almost like it's too waxy of a base or something. So I might try something else. Might try powdering these. Or I'll just start doing like my contour, my blush and everything right now and wait for this to fully dry. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I'm gonna start with the, I'm gonna at least put the concealer under my eyes, which I don't have a concealer brush. So that's unfortunate. Wait, yes I do. What am I talking about? I've got this little, I don't know what this is called, but it's an angled, like, blendy brush. I don't know. I'm going to use this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. Really just kind of an old staple. If I can get it out. Oh my god. Okay. See, this is what I hate about this concealer is you start you start twisting it and it looks like it's never going to come out. And then when it finally does come out, it's too much. So like if you, I took the sponge off because it's gross, but like my cap is just covered in concealer. It's covered in it. And yeah, I'm probably going to, no, absolutely not. I probably will use this mirror. And I'm gonna load up my brush. You don't have to be quiet. It's my boyfriend. He's trying to be very thoughtful. And I don't really care too much. Like, I don't worry too much about how perfect it is because I'm doing it first so that when I go over my face with foundation later, because this is like really white, really bright underneath my eyes. But I guess I kind of like to underpaint a little bit so that everything kind of gets a little more cohesive, a little more blended. And again, this is my first video trying to film something. So we're not going to be perfect over here. I got a little around my nose just because it's, you know, red. If I can use a little bit less foundation. I don't really like the way foundation feels on my skin usually. So I do try to use as little as possible. And since this is such a light concealer, I can sort of like do a little like faux highlighting, you know? I don't want to add a ton of product to my face. It just kind of feels really bad. So, and now I'm just rambling about concealer and no one really cares. I feel like there's less on one side. That's okay. It's whatever. We're not going to be super, we're going to chill. All right. I probably will, I'm trying to think what I want to do next. I usually do my brows next, but is this dry yet? I guess it is. Should I add a little powder on top? Yeah, I'm gonna add a little translucent powder if I can reach it. Oh god. The pearl powder, I don't want that. Alright. Okay, we're just gonna use this Revolution baking powder. Can you even read that? Yay! Yeah. I've had this stuff for years. I don't really use it that much because I found that when I quote unquote baked, my skin just kind of looked really cakey and disgusting. Surprise. So I am going to use my eyeshadow brush just to pack this on just a teeny bit. We're going to try it. We're going to try it. Never done this before with my eyebrows. I usually just go right over them. I use the NYX Taman frame. But we're going to see how this looks. Just powder the brow so it sticks better. We'll see. If it sucks, it sucks. I don't do it again. There's someone I watch who says it's just makeup, it washes off. So we're going with that. We're going with that mentality here. And I poured out too much powder, so we're just going to leave that. All right. That does not... See, this brow always drops. And then I look wonky and uneven. And since this eye is less hooded than this eye, I just look like my face is sliding off. Okay, we're going to do our best. All right. I do feel like my Taman frame is drying out a little bit. Kind of want to buy that Ingot Duraline to try it out, but I don't know. I'm just going underneath first, and then I will take it and do the tail. I don't want a super stark brow, I just want it to be defined, you know? I feel like that's the best that's ever come out. Oh my fucking god. The pressure of someone potentially watching and judging everything I'm doing is like, oh my god, perfect brow now. Now this one sucks. Can't win. That's okay. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. See, now I'm going to mess this one up because I'm trying to make them match. That's the wrong thing to do. So this is probably why it's drying out, because I just leave it open while I'm doing my eyebrows. I think I'm happy with those. I'll clean them up with concealer. Okay. Speaking of which, I'm not really sure. So I keep having this issue. Where is my... I keep having an issue with my mascara where it keeps rubbing off on the top part of my brow bone. So then I'm just struggling to, it just like I do all this work and then you just have these black smears, these black smudges on your brow bone. It just messes everything up. And I do put a primer on, which is what I'm doing right now. I put a very small dot, so I don't think I'm putting too much. Okay. And the primer I'm using is the Hard Candy Long Wear eyeshadow primer. I don't know if it's going to focus on it. It's old. I don't know if you can even get this anymore, but I've always liked Hard Candy, and a lot of the makeup I use is drugstore. I have a lot of Wet n Wild. I have a lot of Hard Candy. I've got like Essence. I pretty much don't have any high-end makeup. I have like maybe 2 like expensive items in my makeup collection. I just don't usually buy expensive makeup. So most of the stuff I'm wearing is something you can get from the drugstore. And by drugstore I mean like Walmart, Target, CVS, you know, that kind of thing. It's about the price point, not necessarily where you get it from. What do I want to do next? I think I'm going to do my foundation next. And I'm going to use the Maybelline Super Stay 24-hour skin tint. And I'm using the shade, what shade is this? 102. It's probably Porcelain or Fair or something. And I'm just going to start with like that much. It's not a lot. I don't find that I generally end up needing a ton. I'm going to use this brush. It came in the set with the one I used for concealer. Okay. I haven't used this for the foundation yet, I don't think. So we'll see how we feel about it. I'm going to start out here. I'm not necessarily going to go over the concealer I put down. I'm just going to go right outside it, and eventually I'll blend it all in together afterwards. I don't usually use a makeup sponge. I don't know if I'm just not squeezing it out enough, but I find that it always makes my makeup look almost like it's separating And we're just gonna start blending this in with the concealer. Don't really want to go over the concealer because I have a blemish here I'm gonna have to like cover with the concealer, but it's whatever. I feel like there's some spots that do need some concealing. I can't really tell if it's like shadows or I've got spots that need to be concealed. Because like this is pretty dark. I'm probably gonna need to pull out. You can't really see it, I don't think. I'll have to pull out a better, higher coverage concealer for that. But my skin isn't too bad that I need like heavy coverage. I'll put a little bit underneath my brow bone here. Yeah, that's gonna need more. Let's actually just take this. Come on. I see you coming up. I hate this concealer's packaging. I mean, it looks really good. It's a really good looking concealer. Okay. That's probably good enough. We're just gonna let that sit there for a minute. I'm gonna use the same brush I used earlier for the powder. Wipe it off. I have a towel in my lap. I'm just wiping it off on. Just loading this brush up. And I'm just patting it underneath my brow. I think this adds a little bit of something. Just cleans it up a teensy bit. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. Okay, cool. And I'm actually not going to use this brush for that. I'm just going to pat this concealer in. I don't know if it's going to be too much. I'll have to go over it maybe. I'm not sure. I don't usually spot conceal. That zit was really big, so. Okay, we're just going to accept that this one does not want to be covered. That's fine. I don't care that much. Does anybody else hate styling their hair? Like spraying it and then styling it instead of just doing it straight out of the shower? Because I do. I hate it. I feel like my hair never looks as good as when I just style it right out of the shower after it's wet. It just always looks, but maybe it's just my hair type. I don't know. I just always feel like it looks worse. I hate tucking it behind my ears because I get that weird little ear bend, you know, but whatever. Okay, so we're going to do a little contour. And I'm going to use the Essence Baby Got Bronze. And I think this is Moonbeams. Moon Dust, that's what it is. Moon Dust. I don't know if it's going to focus at all. I know it sounds like it's, you know, Baby Got Bronze, but it's a very cool tone shade. I actually have the lightest shade of the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, which does lean much cooler. And it's still warmer than this. So this is a very cool tone. This is straight up like a gray brown. So I'm going to use this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it right here, like right on the bottom of my cheekbone, and just press. And I'm going to press up a little bit. And I do feel like it's sort of down here more than I want. We'll just blend it out with the foundation. Do the same thing on this side. I do try to take it up into my temples a teensy bit just because I'm trying to add depth. I feel like when you have to use really light foundation shades, you can tend to lose a lot of depth. Your face just loses dimension. You become all one bland shade. And yeah, obviously that's what contour is for. I don't know why I'm explaining contour to people. But I stopped contouring for a really long time because it felt like it just looked so muddy on me, but that's probably because nothing was the right shade. And I'm going to use this e.l.f. Putty blush in, what shade is this? I don't know, it's like the baby pink shade. And I don't know that this is the right shade of the makeup tutorial, makeup that she's wearing. You can't really tell, you can't see that, what kind of blush she's wearing. She might not even be wearing blush. It was the 90s, who knows? But I'm going to wear blush because I like blush on myself. So we're going to load up our brush. And I'm just going to, I put it right on the apples because my face is kind of long. And I feel like it looks better that way. I don't put a lot, but I do want it to be noticed. I do kind of bring it out a tiny bit. And I'm doing all these creams now because I plan to set everything later on with powder, obviously. Okay, that's fine. That's good enough. We are going to put more on top. I'm going to use a highlighter. Obviously, I'm aware that like highlighter wasn't really used in the 90s, but I love highlighter. So again, like the blush, I'm going to put a little highlighter on. It's not going to be like bam in your face. It's just going to be kind of like hopefully like a little glow. We'll see. From here, I think I would like to set my face, and I'm actually going to, this is probably going to fuck my hair up, but it's whatever. So I'm going to spray my face first. I'm going to cover my eyes because I don't want them to be. Oh, and that was just one of these. I got this for Christmas a few years ago. Badescu Facial Spray. I'm using the aloe adaptagens and coconut water. I think it's supposed to be the moisturizing one, so I sprayed that up, or I mixed that up, and then I sprayed it, and I noticed I'm really just kind of rambling. So if anybody who watches this has any feedback, do you like hearing me ramble? Do you like hearing stream of consciousness makeup tutorials? I don't know. Is this even a tutorial of so much as just newbie tries whatever? I don't know. But that's what we're doing. I think I'm gonna try setting my eyelids because once I put stuff on them, I notice, like I said, my mascara wants to smudge. So we're just gonna use up all the rest of that powder that I had earlier, that translucent setting powder. We're just gonna set the eyelids because I can only assume that the issue is that I've got like tackiness on my lid still. So when the mascara touches it, it's like, even though it's waterproof, it's, you know, it's like when you add oil. It's gonna smudge, it's gonna come off. Let's just try this. Let's just try it. We're trying some new stuff here. And now I am going to set my under eye. I'm going to use this Wet n Wild, the pink setting powder that they came out with. I really like it because so many powders always lean very yellow on me. Like, I'm going to combine it with the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Powder Foundation in the shade 102. Again, this is probably Porcelain or Ivory or something, but I'm going to mix it with this. When I do this alone, it's very yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to really get this in there, and I'm going to put some pink on there, and I'm going to mix it together, like pat it on my hand. Go about that much. I'm going to get the pink, about that much, and then we're just going to do that. Smooth out any creases, and then bam. Pat that down. I don't know if this is going to work because I've never tried this way before. I usually just use one or the other, but I want to see, because I really like the pink powder, but it doesn't seem to be enough to set, to keep it in place. But the Maybelline powder does seem to be, but like I said, it's usually like really, really yellow on me, and I don't like that. So that's fine. What we're going to do now is I'm going to use the rest of this, I'm going to use this powder brush and do the rest of my face with the pink powder. We're going to pat. We're not sweeping, we're patting. Same. Like when I did the foundation, I'm not really going over my blush because I want to set that with blush. And my concealer has already been set, so I can go over that just to kind of smooth it out a bit. And I don't really want to go over the contour too much, just because, you know, I would like to set that with contour. I think that's good. Let me see. I feel like I'm spending so much time on the face, we're not even getting to the like important part, which is the blue makeup. I might actually separate these. Who knows? I feel like that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh gosh, I have powder all over me. Now, I'm gonna take my blush brush from earlier. Try to wipe off some of that putty blush. I don't want to get my powder blush tacky or ruined from the oils. And we're just doing one pat. And I'm gonna, so I'm going in the pan and then on this because I don't want it to be super strong. And the same thing, just over the apples because my face is pretty long. I probably should have my contour first, but who cares? It's gonna be fine. I can always just blend it all together later. And for my contour, I'm actually going to use the Lunatic Cosmetics book. I'm not really sure. Is it called book? I don't know. It's their first contour palette with all the really cool shades for pale people. I actually bought this at the Nashville Oddities Fair last year, and I got to meet the owner, and she was really sweet. So I'm gonna go into this shade, right here, and this shade, and then I'm gonna pat it on the book because I don't want it to, because these are pretty pigmented. So if you put too much, you will notice it. So one pat, that's all. And then same thing, just right here, right up under the cheekbone. Taking it up into my temple. And I'm just doing a little bit on my hairline there. So again, one pat. And I feel like that's pretty good. It's nothing amazing. It's just contour. You're not supposed to like see it. Like I think that's the biggest issue. A lot of times with contour, you're not supposed to like look at someone and be like, bam, contour. It's supposed to be subtle, like a subtle shadow. It's supposed to be adding depth. It's not really supposed to be in your face, if that makes any sense. But it's not supposed to be super strong. Where do I put this? I'll put it right here. Okay. And I'm just gonna go over this a little bit. So I think I'm gonna throw on my highlighter now, because everything else on the face is done. So let's get the highlighter out of the way. I'm going to use this Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter in Pearl. It's like the Super Shock Shadows by ColourPop. It's kind of like the same texture. And I'm just going to use a little fan brush. Just get that in there. Like that. Tap a little bit. And then I'm just going to go in. And this isn't super wild. This is not a super blinding highlight. I have a couple that are like see you from space, but I don't think that this look is the look for that. So like if you notice, it's very subtle. Very, very, very subtle. We're going to do a little bit right here on the bridge. And that's probably all we're going to do because, again, this is a 90s look. I already have too much blush for a 90s look. Now to the part that everybody wants to see. The eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm going to use this Hard Candy Eye Def crayon in Boy Blue. I think that's the shade. And I haven't used this before, so this might be entirely the wrong product. It's definitely like the right shade. It's the perfect shade. But we'll see how it works. I'm going to start on this eye because it's my more hooded eye. I'm just going to treat this like if you're doing like a smoky eye with a black base. Just going to get that up there. And this does set, so you have to not work quickly, but you do have to, you can't just like put it there and leave it. And I'm going to use an eyeshadow from a Morphe palette because it's also a blue that I'm going to go over this with. I don't know why I'm saying it's also blue. Like, of course it's going to be a blue. It's a blue eyeshadow look. I feel like that's pretty good. I'm just going to do this one now. I don't really want to wing it out because her look isn't winged out. It's literally just like a circular shape on the top. See, now look at this. I got, having one hooded eye is really hard. I actually bought eyelid tape specifically because of this, but I haven't used it yet. I have a friend though who said that she hated it, so I'm like kind of wary, I guess. How does this, I can't really see what it looks like straight on. I think I need just a teensy bit more, like right here. And, well, I still need this because I gotta do the under eye, but I'm gonna do the top part first. Actually, let me just do the under eye because it does set. Okay. I apologize for the goofy face that we all make when we're getting our eyeshadows done. Oh, this is so cool. This is so bright. Okay. So for the eyeshadow, like I said, I'm just going to use this Morphe Icy Fantasy palette. And I'm going to use this shade right here, this blue. I don't know if it's the right shade for this, but we're going to hope that it is. I watched an Erin Parsons video about this makeup in particular a few months ago, where the woman who did the makeup for the film stated that she used a Maybelline shadow called Baby Blue, I believe. They don't make it anymore, I don't think, but it was just a single shadow. And she used Maybelline. I'm just using a packing brush trying to get it on there, because we are going to cover it in glitter later. I'm just going to take a teensy bit. And I don't know what her brow bone looks like. I don't know that it's super highlighted or anything, but I probably will add a white shadow. I love these kinds of like one eyeshadow looks where it doesn't have to be perfect. You're just slapping a shadow on your lid. I have so little eyelid space, so oftentimes like seeing some of the eyeshadows that girls do online is so inspiring and so cool because it's like it's so vibrant. There's so much going on, there's so much detail, but it's also like super disappointing sometimes because I just don't have that space. You know, I just can't do that. I've got enough for like 2 shadows maximum. If it can't work with 2 shadows, we're probably not doing it. Oh my god, that looks so cool. I know it's just blue, just one shadow, but it looks so cool. Like my eyelids are also, my eyes are strangely shaped too. So like I feel like I can never get this like corner smooth. It always feels like there's some weird like, I don't know. Blend out that harsh line there. Alright, I think we're good enough there. I'm gonna take this brush that I did the pack in the blue and I wiped it off, and I'm gonna take a white shadow from the same palette, just right up there, right here, right along the bottom of the brow. That's all we're gonna do. Okay, and then I'm gonna take fluffy brush. This, I really like doing my inner corner with a fluffy brush. It just feels like so much easier. Wiping off the blue, little dab in the white. And we're just going to get in that corner, which we are going to probably not add. I usually do like shimmer on the inner corner, but I don't want to like take too much creative liberty with this. I think that's as good as it's going to get. So I'm going to put this makeup palette away. It does have a glitter in here that I could use. I don't want to use the glitter in here. I have a specific glitter I'm going to use. And I am going to use the Kat Von D, what is this? Alchemist Holographic Palette, because I want to put the blue on the top, because it doesn't seem like it's just glitter on top. It seems like there's a little bit of a sheen. But again, knowing that she used the single baby blue shadow by Maybelline, it probably isn't. But I'm going to do just a teeny bit. It's not going to be super like you can't really see it super bad, you know? Like it's not super prominent. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So I kind of want to use, this is going to seem really lame. I got this from Walmart over, I think it was Halloween. It's the LA Colors Fairy Dust. This stuff is so pigmented. Well, not pigmented, but like it's so glittery. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I'm just going to put that right on the lid because like I said, there is clearly glitter. Unless it's been edited in somehow. Oh my god. Oh my god. So much glitter. I'm going to put glitter. Hope this glitter is eye safe. I'm just scraping my eyeball with it. I also think the reflective quality of the glitter helps lighten this up just a touch more, so it's more of that baby blue and not so much like almost periwinkle, because I feel like that shade in the Morphe palette is not like the perfect blue, but it, you know, it's what I've got. So before I do my mascara, I am going to do the lips. I'm going to use, I don't really have too many peachy lip colors. Like I said, I just don't really wear peach. I don't know if it's the picture I'm looking at, but it is a very like, it's not like a super light peach. It's more of a deeper peach. So I'm going to use, this is not a perfect shade. What color is this? I think this is Lead the Way by Maybelline. I have a lot of Maybelline apparently. It's the Maybelline Super Stay ink crayon in Lead the Way. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to overdraw just a teensy bit. Mostly just in the center of the lip. You can't even see what I'm doing. Also, I don't know if anyone else feels like this. I feel like doing your lipstick from a downward angle is so much better for getting precise lines. Every time I have the mirror below me, my lipstick, my lines look so much better. So it's not really the perfect shade, but what I am going to do, because she does have it glossy, where's this lipstick, is I'm going to take this NYX Filler Instinct. What shade is this? Why can't I ever find the shades? On Beach Casual. This is kind of a peachy nude, and it comes out glossy. It's like a plumping lip balm. So I'm going to try that on top. If it's not glossy enough, I will use this Maybelline lip gloss. This is a bronzier shade that I would not normally wear this because it's just too warm, but it looks almost like the perfect shade. I keep looking at the viewfinder. I'm so sorry. That's not glossy enough, so we will be adding that lip gloss. But the shade's kind of almost right. I don't like to get my lip colors on my glosses, so let's use my finger. I don't know if it's glossy enough, but what I should have done is I bought this, where is it? I bought a white concealer to basically lighten up shades because I really want like a baby pink. But pinks are always like, everything is always like a little bit too dark on me. So I bought this white concealer to basically lighten, go over my lip shades and just light them a tiny bit. It did work for a pink I did recently. I thought it looked really good. I really liked it. So I should have put that over the top, but I just didn't. It looks like this look does have false lashes. I will not be doing false lashes because I am not very practiced with those. I just don't wear them enough to. I should probably just practice with them, but I haven't really put them on very much, so I don't really want to ruin the whole look with these big gaudy lashes because they're gonna look. I have kind of small eyes. I don't have a lot of lid space. Um, so I don't feel like it's gonna look right if I don't know what I'm doing yet. I feel like it'll cover up all the blue that I just fucking sat here blending and packing on. I'm sure some of my friends are gonna comment and say, "You don't even need false lashes," because they're always telling me how amazed they are at my lashes, my natural lashes. Which, like, yeah, they're pretty long. They're just not very thick. But that's what the mascara is for. And I do not have a blonde wig, so I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to deal with my regular hair. It kind of like the blonde hair like really pulls the look together, you know? Like it really makes it all work. I'm gonna use this L'Oreal Voluminous primer on the bottom lashes because I have a really hard time getting my lashes, so I'm gonna use this primer just to make it a little bit easier on myself. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black for my top lashes, and the bottom lashes I'll be using the Waterproof Lash Princess. These are both in waterproof, by the way. I have really straight lashes, so I use waterproof every time I do my makeup. I feel like putting mascaras on is always the most tedious part. Yeah, this lip color is like completely wrong, but best I can do. I don't, like I said, I should have actually used. I think I have a Wet n Wild lipstick that probably would have been better, but I didn't have a lip liner to match it, so I thought this one would be better. Actually, oh shit. Of course I smudged. I feel like I'm gonna drool on myself every time I'm doing the bottom lashes. I can't believe I smudged my mascara. Actually, yes I can because I do it every freaking time. It's okay. I can show you what I do to fix it. Which is not new and innovative at all because everybody does the same thing. God damn it. It's all falling apart. Let's pretend it's a birthmark. Or beauty mark, that's what it is. No, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. I thought for a moment that the reason my mascara kept smudging was because I'd added eye drops when it dried out a bit, which I don't remember if this is the tube I did that with, but I have done that in the past and didn't notice much of an issue, but yeah, I don't know why the hell it keeps smudging. It's clearly something emollient on my lid causing the issue, but we'll see if setting my lids with powder helped. Now I gotta wait for this to dry so I can brush it off. Can I get this one yet? Again, I apologize for my mascara face. I don't know how to not do that. Is this dry yet? Seems dry. You see that? You see what I did? I smudged my mascara. I'm gonna scrape it off as best as we can and put a little more concealer. Okay. Almost done, so I gotta fix my nose now. Cool. Good as new. And I'm gonna wipe off my piercings. I apologize. I know it's not the cutest thing in the world to stick your finger in your nose to wipe off a ring, but. Alright, so this is my Layla from Buffalo 66 makeup look. I don't know that this is wildly accurate, but I like it. I feel like it looks really cool. I really like this eye crayon. I might have to go buy more of these from Hard Candy. Um, I apologize that I don't have the matching hair, but here's everything. Or the right lip shade. I just don't have peachy colors, I'm sorry. I hope that anybody who got this far enjoyed. I hope that this looked appropriate, like it lived up to your expectations. Um, you can follow me on TikTok, Instagram. Do I post anywhere else? I guess Twitch. I stream World of Warcraft sometimes on Twitch. I do want to stream other games, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. All at Tiffatha, that is how you pronounce it. It is an amalgamation of my real name, Tiffany, and my character from World of Warcraft's name. I've almost, since 2004, I've always, is it 2004? Whatever. Since the iteration of World of Warcraft, I have used the name Tabitha on a priest, and so I just kind of smushed the names together to come up with a name. And so yeah, Tiffatha. Tiffatha plus Tabitha. Or Tiffany plus Tabitha. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I think I already said that. I will try to upload more videos. Probably, ooh, the lipstick on my teeth. Not everything I post is going to be some kind of recreation, but I do have ideas that I want to recreate. Specifically like vintage makeup ads. There's a Givenchy ad from the 90s that I'm just in love with, and I don't know if it's because the girl has amazing hair or there's like glitter in her hair or whatever, but there is a couple of makeup ads that I'm just like dying to recreate from like 20 years ago. And yeah, I'll probably do that sometime. I'll probably also do some original makeup looks. I'm not as creative as actual makeup artists. I am simply an enthusiast. I am not trying to portray myself as a makeup artist or a professional in any capacity because it's just not the case. So anyway, so I can stop rambling. I'm so sorry. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please follow me. Give it a like, maybe share it with somebody you think would enjoy it. And yeah, you can find me at other platforms under the name Tiffatha. Thanks. Bye.